I'm joined by Paul Doswell ahead of an away trip to Welling United. Paul, going back to this weekend, how good was it to carry on our fantastic run of form?
Yeah, we knew that Eastbourne and Bath was an incredibly difficult Easter weekend. The Bath away point ended up a brilliant point because we got the win at home, and we've discussed it, but it was against an excellent Eastbourne side who, even when they went down to 10 and 9 and 8, just kept going and going. So I don't think you can underestimate how important that win was on Monday. 1,200 crowd as well. Atmosphere in here was excellent. And it takes us into another big game, this coming Saturday.
I think it would be quite a good opportunity for us to carry on that fantastic form as well.
Yeah, they're almost playing with 3 nines. They're playing with Tom Derry, who we know very well. Harvey Bradbury, who we know really, really well, and and Dippo's had an excellent season. So their front three are strong and they're aggressive and they're good in the air. They've just signed 4 or 5 players for the new manager, and Warren Feeney's put his stamp on there already. And like I said, they've been in every game, and anyone who can score 3 goals against Eastbourne and get a point at Eastbourne, you're going to be in for a tough game.
One thing you like as well is seeing all those travelling fans.
Yeah, it's been big for us. I think we had over 200-ish at Bath. We're expecting another good turnout for us tomorrow, but I think we're sort of rewarding the supporters now. I think that's 7 wins, 3 draws and 1 defeat in the last 11. That's 24 points out of our last 11 games, and that's what's encouraged them to keep coming back. And obviously the home crowds are getting bigger as well now.
It's great to show some good form when we're back at home as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we've won won our last 5 and drawn 1 of the 6. So again, that's 16 points out of 18, which that's the form that we were always hoping for when we were at home. It's not really been there. Even in our first year when we finished second, our home form was disappointing. But I think the lads feel really comfortable here now. I think that the way that we're playing, I think that the strength in the squad with, as I said, with Stefan and Manny and Ben Stroll coming in has improved the squad, improved the quality of it as well. And as I said, we're actually going into this phase of the season where, for the first time in the last 7 or 8 weeks, we've been able to pick a pretty consistent team. Always sounds like excuses, doesn't it, when you're blaming defeats on the lack of players, but that's what happened to us in the middle part of the season. We had 8 players out for 8 weeks or more, but they do sound like excuses. So what's really pleasing is that we've been able to get the squad fit now, and I think they're showing what they are capable of.
So ahead of Saturday, it sounds like a pretty strong squad.
Yeah, everyone's fit and available. We've trained really well again Thursday and today. We're going to Welling knowing it's going to be a difficult game. Listen, they're fighting for their lives, and we're fighting to get in the playoffs. So there's 2 teams there with something big to play for. And I think if you look at what the playoffs has done, it's given everyone almost down to 12th place a reason to keep firing this season. And if you're in the bottom 4, the bottom 8. So it's almost like everyone in the league now, right until the end, has got something to play for. And no one more so than Welling and ourselves.
And thanks to this weekend just gone, with results going our way as well, the playoffs are almost in our hands.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay to say that. You need to win all 4 games to for that to happen. And like I said, we all know in this league it's not easy to win 1 game or 2 games on the trot, let alone 4. But listen, if we can get a win tomorrow and the others draw or lose, then we're in a strong position. You start getting 4 and 5 points, 6 points in front with only 3 games to go. That's incredibly difficult to catch. So another big weekend. What we've given ourselves is a little cushion in the sense of if there was an error in these next 4 games, then we've still got it in our hand, if you like, to make the playoffs. But my guess is I want us to get 60 points. I think 60 points would get you into the playoffs. That means other teams now would have to get 11 points from their next 4 games. So we need, 2 wins, 2 draws, 3 wins, a loss. That would get us in there.
And just finally, I've been watching a bit of training today. Morale in camp looks fantastic.
Yeah, well, it does when you're winning. Confidence in sport is everything. And when we were losing regularly, you try and keep the spirits up. But ultimately, it's players and confidence is the biggest thing in football at the moment. They're playing some great football. I think we've scored something like 19 goals at home in the last 6 games. That's over 3 goals a game. Away from home, we look dangerous as well, you know, with especially on the counter. So yeah, I mean, we're scoring goals, which is good. We're not conceding goals, which is good. But the same ethic has to go into every single match, which is respect the opposition. Can you work harder than the opposition? Don't give us an easy goal away, give them a lift. And then during that 90 minutes, can you make most of the few opportunities that might come along?
Okay, thanks, Dos.
Cheers, Adam.